It's now time to put some functions and formulas into our spreadsheet. Before you freak out, like where'd all my data go? You don't need to delete anything. I just purposely hid all the data. Yours can stay there. Don't make any changes. So what we're going to do for Alice here is we're going to figure out her service commission, her sales commission, her gross pay, and her gross sales. The reason I hid everything is because once we do this for Alice, we can autofill for Tom and Veronica and Clara and so on and so forth. So since she works at this spa, I'm going to kind of zoom in here so it's a little bit easier for everyone to see. She works at the spa. It looks like she maybe generated $2,458 in sales, and maybe she did 12 different spa services. But either way, we're going to figure out her commission or how much money she made based on a formula. We're going to enter our keyboard. So type the equals button to start any sort of function or formula in Excel. We're going to do this one using the keyboard only. So I'm going to open up a parentheses by going Shift 9 to open up that parentheses. And then we're going to take her total service amounts, which is in cell C6, and we are going to multiply that. So hit the times button, either Shift 8 or the numpad on the right of your keyboard. And we're going to multiply that by 0.05. Then we're going to close the parentheses by typing in Shift 0. And then we are going to add, and again, we will open up a parentheses, D6, and we're going to multiply that by 12. And then finally, close parentheses. So verify that your formula looks like that. You can also see it up here. Once it's done for Alice, hit enter. Now for the sales commission in cell G6, I would assume the storefront sales would be like things you could buy at a spa before you kind of check out. So they're going to make a little commission on whatever they sell. Again, for Alice, we're going to type in equals. And then she's going to make 7.5%. So we're going to type in 0.075 times, and that's going to be based on F6. So I'm just going to click on F6 there. And then you can hit enter. And that should come out to be 847. I'm going to go over to column J, so J6, to figure out the gross pay. And for this one, I'm going to use the function bar up at the top. Begin by equals. We are going to click on E6 plus G6, so that's the service commission plus the sales commission. Then we're going to click the plus sign. We're going to open the parentheses, and then we're going to figure out how many hours did Alice work, and in this case that is in cell H6, and we're going to multiply that by how much money she makes per hour, which is in I6. And then again, we can close the parentheses. So we're taking both her commissions, and then we're taking how many hours she worked times her pay rate to figure out her gross pay. We can hit enter. That for her should come out to be $1875.40. And finally, for her gross sales, this is just going to be equal to C6 plus F6. And then go ahead and hit enter. That should come out to be $2,571.58. So here's my data back, and now that I have this done and calculated for Alice, we can just autofill for the rest of our employees. So in cell E6, grab that green dot so your mouse changes to the fill handle, the black plus sign, and we're going to drag this down up through Natalie U. We're going to do the same thing in column G, column J, and column K. I would just verify any row in columns E, G, J, and K to see that the numbers match up. If they don't, call me over. There could be something wrong with your formula, or if you need to, I'll pause the video, or you can pause the video here just to look at the formulas in the specific columns, and you can always go back and re-edit those.